Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
A man in Chicago lost $69,000 because someone held up a badge on a video call. The badge looked like it belonged to a U.S. Marshal. It was generated by AI in about 30 seconds. That badge didn't need to be perfect. It just needed to look real long enough for doubt to lose the race against trust. And that's the trick deepfakes are pulling on all of us. Not just investigators working fraud cases, but anyone who's ever received a video call, a photo, or a screenshot and assumed it was genuine. If that makes you uneasy, good. It should. But the reason I'm walking you through this today isn't to make you more afraid. It's to show you exactly how the math behind facial recognition catches what your eyes can't, and why that changes everything. So what actually happens when a face that looks completely real meets an algorithm that doesn't care how real it looks? First, the scale of what we're dealing with. According to reporting from They in Crypto, AI-assisted crypto scams now net roughly $3.2 million on average. That's about 4.5 times the haul of a conventional scheme. In early 2025, Hong Kong police arrested 31 people in a single deepfake syndicate that stole $34 million. They impersonated crypto executives on fake investment calls. That was just one of 87 similar operations dismantled across Asia in the first quarter alone. In that same quarter, deepfake-related scams caused over $200 million in losses. One quarter. One region. 200 million. So how are scammers pulling this off? The tools are shockingly accessible. Real-time deepfake software costs a few $100s and runs on platforms like Teams, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Images 2.0 can generate fake IDs, prescriptions, receipts, bank alerts, and news screenshots. The company itself has acknowledged what it calls heightened realism in its image generation. A scammer doesn't need a graphics degree. They need a prompt and 30 seconds. But, and this is where your intuition might mislead you, looking real and verifying as real are two completely different things. We evaluate faces through what psychologists call Gestalt perception. Basically, we look at a face as a whole and ask ourselves, does this feel right? We're tuned to microexpressions, symmetry, motion. Deepfake generators are specifically trained to fool that system. They optimize for pixel-level realism and behavioral consistency. That's why it's completely reasonable that people fall for them. Your brain is doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. The problem is, the generator was designed to exploit that same process. Now, a facial recognition algorithm plays a totally different game. According to the foundational face, net research published on Archive, the system converts every face into a 512-dimensional embedding. That's a mathematical fingerprint, 512 numbers that represent the unique geometry of one face. Not does this look like a Marshal, but does this face's mathematical signature match a known Marshal's signature? The algorithm maps faces into a compact space where distance equals similarity. Two photos of the same person land close together. two different people land far apart. It then measures the gap between them using Euclidean distance, the straight line distance between 2 points in that high-dimensional space. Why does this matter for deepfakes? Because synthetic faces don't cluster the same way real faces do in that mathematical space. AI generators were never trained against that constraint. They were trained to fool your eyes, not to replicate the deep statistical structure that emerges when you represent a real human face as a vector. The article's own analogy nails it. A counterfeit $100 bill looks convincing at a glance, but put it under a spectrometer and the chemical composition gives it away immediately. The scammer optimizes for what works in a darkened room. The algorithm optimizes for mathematical truth. And the speed difference is staggering. A scammer needs about 30 seconds to generate a convincing fake. A trained comparison tool uncovers inconsistencies in milliseconds. For someone investigating fraud, that means algorithmic tools are catching fakes faster than institutions can even draft new protocols. For the rest of us, it means the technology to protect you already exists. It just has to be in the right hands. Believable is not the same as verifiable. Deepfakes exploit the time lag between the moment you perceive something and the moment you verify it. An algorithm collapses that lag to almost nothing. So, 3 things to carry with you. 1. A face that looks real to your eyes can fail mathematical verification at the same time. 2. Facial recognition doesn't judge appearances. It measures the distance between 512 number fingerprints, and synthetic faces land in the wrong neighborhood. 3. The scammer's advantage is speed and trust. The algorithm's advantage is math and milliseconds. Whether you carry a badge or just carry a phone, knowing that difference is how you stop being the easiest target in the room. The written version goes deeper. Links below.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.